Hello friends. Now over the past few days, I have received a lot of messages, queries about what should be the correct approach as far as radiology revision is concerned. I have also received a few queries saying that, sir, somehow I have not read radiology till date today. And now given that the time which is left for preparation now until the exam is very, very less. So what am I supposed to do with radiology now? I don't have time to go through the entire radiology videos of Marrow. I've also received, messages saying how to interpret a chest radiograph, how to interpret this CT finding, what does this finding mean, what does that finding mean. And that is the reason why I've been thinking about making this video for the past few days. And that is the reason of coming out with this particular strategy to deal with radiology at this point in time. So what I have come out with today is a very high yield approach to radiology on Marrow app for your exam preparation. This applies to FMG aspirants as well as NEET aspirants, both categories of students who are going to appear for the exams in December, January, as well as the AIIMS in November, right? Have you skipped radiology entirely until now? Have you not had time to go through radiology entirely? Then this is the video which is meant for you. If you've already finished one, study or one coverage of the subject of radiology, and now you're thinking about what would be the best way to revise this particular subject in the shortest possible time, this strategy would apply to you also. So let us jump into this particular strategy. Now at this point in time, you are at a very important crossroads, right? It is high time that you wrap up with your first reading and begin with your revision. And at the second time, though you want to read as much as possible, you want to cover as much as possible, you realize that you have very limited time at hand, right? So what to do? You are in a dilemma as far as not only as far as radiology, but I'm sure with a few other subjects as well. So this video is intended to help you with this particular dilemma right now. Before I jump into the exact strategy, I want to elaborate a little bit on what strategy I'm going to emphasize upon. What is the principle behind this particular strategy? It is nothing but what is called as second order thinking. This was a second level thinking. This was something which was established by Howard Marks. Now, whenever we are faced with a problem, remember, things may not actually be as simple as they appear. Often, when we solve one problem at hand instantaneously, we end up unintentionally creating another problem which is even worse than the first problem at hand. Right? The best way to examine the long-term consequences of our decision is not first-order thinking, but it is something which is called as second-order thinking. Now, what is this first-order thinking, second-order thinking? Let us quickly take this up by means of certain examples. Now suppose that you are feeling very hungry, you've not had any food for a long duration of time, you're extremely hungry, you're feeling hypoglycemic, feeling jittery, and then you think the best way to overcome that jittery feeling is to eat something sweet, say for example a chocolate. Everybody loves chocolates, right? So this seems like an example of a first order thinking. When you're hungry, eat a chocolate, right? It seems logical because this chocolate is going to give you a lot of glucose, right? It is going to help you overcome this jitteriness, right? Though this is what is the first order thinking, right? Will this be appropriate if you apply this every time you're faced with this particular situation? So every time you're hungry, you're going to eat up a chocolate. Though it would feel nice for the first few times, I hope you realize that in the long term, it is going to create some problems, especially health problems for you. Let me give you another real life example. There was a very, very powerful country, right? And this country was wanting to inspire a regime change, a rule change in another, third world country. And therefore, what this powerful country did was it provided weapons. It provided training to a certain group of moderate rebels in that particular, third world country. What happened over time was that this group of rebels became so powerful, right, that this group of moderate rebels, floated a terrorist organization, and they become so powerful at one point is that they carried out a massive terrorist attack on their sponsoring country itself. This war then raged ahead for decades to come. We all know what happened. We all know which was this very powerful country who faced a backlash from the very rebels who they had supported at one point in time. Whoops, this is what is the result of first order thinking. So first order thinking, remember, is fast. It is easy. It is superficial. It happens when we are looking for something that only solves the immediate problem at hand without considering the subsequent consequences. It may seem easy in the short term, but it is not necessarily the right decision ultimately, remember. So the best strategy to follow is second order thinking or second level thinking. What is this? It is something which is done more deliberately. Second order thinkers always ask themselves a question, and then what would be the result of this particular action? We try to judge that. The road to outthinking people, remember, doesn't come from first order thinking. It has to come from second order thinking. Extraordinary performance becomes possible as a result of second order thinking, planning, and its execution. The ability to think through problems, to go to the second order, third order, and the nth level of consequences, this is something which we call as second order thinking, which is the best strategy to be used for the long term. This is a powerful tool, remember, that actually supercharges your thinking. Now let us apply this to the problem at hand that you have right now. What is the biggest problem that a PG aspirant has at this point in time? It is this time crunch. This is the time of the year where you wish a day had 48 hours instead of 24 hours, isn't it? But that is never going to be the case. So time crunch is the biggest problem that you have right now, right? Less than 2 months are remaining for your exams. You have not read a particular subject, say for in this case, you have not dealt with radiology at all. Right? You're planning your revisions right now, what time to allot, what sequence to use, right? So let us apply this particular strategy of second order thinking to this problem of time crunch and revision planning at this point in time. If you approach this problem by using a first order thinking approach, right, you may think about skipping the entire subject of radiology completely. That would save you, 2-3 days of time. You would think that you would depend upon whatever radiology discussion has occurred in your other, clinical subjects like surgery, say medicine or orthopedics or obstetrics and gynecology. Some part of radiology is always discussed there. So you think that would be sufficient for your preparation, or you read only the notes as far as you go ahead with the radiology preparation. Would it be right in this particular scenario? In my opinion, this would not be the correct approach to the subject of radiology. Why? Just look at this year 2020 that has been and how it has played out until this point in time. It started with NEET exam which was conducted, and it was a clinical based exam, so a lot of eyebrows were raised, right? Then as your study schedule was getting on track, suddenly we were hit by this COVID pandemic. There were lockdowns and shutdowns as far as your classes, your routine schedules, right? Your planning was concerned, so everything was disrupted. Then came the mid-year exams of AIIMS, JIPMER, PGI, which were again clinical pattern based. And then very recently, if you've seen, the FMG exam which was conducted was also a very, very clinical oriented exam. It was a very exceptionally difficult exam which was conducted. Now, in this scenario, remember, just skipping out the entire subject of radiology, just depending upon the discussion of radiology in your other subjects like surgery, medicine, or just, restricting to the notes would not be the sane thing to do, because all your exams are now exceptionally, very, very explicitly, conducted in a style which is a clinical, integrated, and more importantly, a concept-based approach. Gone are the days where one-liner MCQs were asked. Easy exams with very high ranking, scorers or toppers are also gone. The Rattofy approach, which was previously being advocated for these exams is no longer valid. Now, if you remember, while few, study resources were actually advertising a limited reading approach towards this exam, Marrow has stood firmly, it has stuck to its guns, and we have always emphasized upon a detailed concept-oriented learning approach. Mind you, whatever videos that you see on your Marrow app right now, that is edition 4 videos, all those, most of them were shot in the year 2019 where we were preparing for this particular edition. But at that point, we had a discussion, we had a foresight as to how these exams would be conducted, in what style, right? And our predictions and the actual exam patterns and the results are there in front of you, right? So the model has been proven, the results are in front of you. And therefore, in this scenario, as far as the approach to radiology is concerned, I want you not to skip this subject, right? Not to limit it to the other subject discussion, but to use the second order strategy. And that is what I've come up with here. So what's next? Let us apply this second order strategy, and I'm going to give you a 2-day radiology challenge. I'm going to give you an approach in which you will get the maximum yield out of whatever efforts you are going to put in, but that yield you're going to get in a minimum possible time frame. Let us see if we can actually make it happen. So when I say a 2-day radiology challenge, remember, though I'm saying it as 2 days, I have a time frame in hours, and that is around 22 to 24 hours. I'm assuming that if you're studying full time for your exams, you're studying at least for 12 hours a day. Am I asking for too much? I hope not, especially in the second half of your year of preparation. And if you're studying full time, you must be studying around 10 to 12 hours every day. For those of you who are studying part time, in the sense that you're also doing your internships or your hospital duties, right, you may try to complete this strategy in a time frame of around 22 to 24 hours, right, spread out over 3-4 days or whatever time you can allot to, right? If you give it a try with utmost sincerity, I think you can easily achieve this particular time frame. In this 2-day radiology challenge, we are going to deal with radiology videos, solve some MCQs, take some tests, and we are going to combine it with an integrated MCQ discussion as well. So how to go about it? First and foremost, the most important component of this preparation strategy with radiology must be your radiology revision videos that have been uploaded on the app. I'm sure you've gone through a few of such videos. Remember, this is the best or the ultimate gift for you from the Marrow team at this critical juncture of your preparation time, right? This is the best solution for the time crunch that you're facing right now. Radiology section of revision, in this particular series lasts for a duration of around 6.9 or say 7 hours. In this 7 hours, you're going to get a very comprehensive review of this particular subject. So how to approach these particular videos is something that we are going to put up in. So I want you to start your 2-day radiology challenge by going through these revision videos. These revision videos are going to give you a very comprehensive coverage of this particular subject, of all the high yield important topics that are going to be discussed in this particular videos. I'm not just going to give you a list of science or list of investigations in this particular video, but it is going to be a concept based approach. I have discussed various important concepts as far as the various use of investigations are concerned. I have used animations. I'm sure you must have gone through few RAD-Imagine videos for general radiology, right? X-ray, CT, ultrasound, MR. We have had various animated videos. I've included many such animations in the revision videos as well. Most of the recently asked questions have been covered in the revision videos. They have been highlighted, with a particular box saying that this was the question which was asked in this particular exam. So you will get a exam oriented or MCQ related approach as well. Radiology concepts are discussed, when to use ultrasound, when to use CT, when to use MR, all this we have discussed. Most important component of radiology is what? It is images. Radiology is nothing, without images, isn't it? Lots of images you will see in these videos. So as I said, you will get a very comprehensive coverage of the entire subject of radiology in just under 7 hours. This is how you should start with your 2-day radiology challenge. Now, once you're done with that, we move on to the next and most important component of our preparation, and that is solving MCQs. I want you to solve those MCQs from your radiology question bank modules. I'm sure all of you must have participated in the marathons which were conducted till this point in time. So they have, the attempt was to put solving these MCQs or modules as a habit, create it as a habit, right? This is one of the best features of Marrow. Remember, the question bank and the marathons which were conducted, they are going to inculcate a habit of MCQ solving in a consistent manner. So this is the aim of doing all such activities. There are ample of MCQs as far as radiology modules are concerned, right? These are very apt questions, relevant questions that have been asked recently with very short, crisp, high-yield explanations. So no long copy paste kind of explanations. These are very point to point explanations which are there. There are total 14 modules in the radiology. Remember, I'm setting a time target of around 10 hours for you in order to wrap up with these 14 modules. Is it asking for too much, right? Is it too less a time? Well, if you've already gone through the revision videos of radiology, and then if you combine, once you finish one system from revision video, say you finish respiratory system imaging or cardiovascular imaging, you immediately go to the respective module. You'll be able to solve those MCQs very fast because most of these questions have already been discussed in your revision videos. And if you combine it therefore with the revision videos, I'm sure you will be able to solve it in a very, very fast manner. I think 10 hours is going to be a very, very adequate or apt time, right? Next, once you finish this, I want you to take a test, take a self-evaluation test. There is a radiology subject-wise test which is there in your app. This subject-wise test has around 75 high-yield MCQs. Most of them are from your recent exams. Around 60 minutes for solving this test and another 60 minutes to go through the solutions one by one, because again, most of the questions that you are going to solve in this test are on topics that you have already seen in the revision videos as well as in the question bank modules you've solved related topic MCQs. So in 2 hours of time, I'm sure you will be able to solve this test of 75 questions as well as go through the solutions quickly. So now if you see what we have done till this point in time is that we have allotted around 7 hours for the revision videos, then around 10 hours for the question bank modules. I think you can get it done faster if you combine system by system. If you go system by system wise with the revision videos and the question bank modules, it will give a more step-by-step approach and you can do it faster also. Then you have allotted around 2 hours for your radiology subject-wise test. So 7 plus 10 is 17 plus 2 is 19 hours we have spent on this particular subject right now, right? And this is where I want you to stop. I want you to take a break. Wait, am I forgetting something? I said this is a 2-day radiology challenge, meaning that you're going to put in around 22 to 24 hours for this subject, but then I'm asking you to stop at 19 hours. There is a specific reason why I'm doing it here. At this point, I want you to take a break from radiology and jump into some other subject. Read it for a week or 10 days and then come back to radiology after a week's time at least. The strategy that I want you to use here is what I call as the spaced repetition approach. No, I have not made up this term. This is a scientifically proven strategy for better retention of stuff. What is this spaced repetition approach? In this approach, once you've read a particular topic, you take a break for around a week or 10 days and then revise it after a particular interval. It will help reinforce those circuits, right, in your brain, and you'll be able to remember it for a longer duration of time. So that is what we're going to do here. But how to revise it, right? Now, after a week or 10 days of time, I want you to go into the MCQ discussion videos for radiology. I'm sure you're aware, along with revision videos, Marrow has also come up with a very excellent set of videos, and that is purely MCQ based videos where we've discussed around 100 MCQs one by one as to how to rule out the various options. These are all high yield recently asked MCQs. They'll give you an approach how to solve those questions in your exams. Now, if you look at the duration of these MCQ discussion videos in Marrow for radiology, it is again around 7 hours, right? But at this point, I want you to watch these videos at a speed of at least 1.25x. When you watch it at a speed of 1.25 times, right, there are some topics which are going to be new, which you can watch at 1.25x speed. There are a few topics which you've already seen in your revision videos, which you've already solved in your question bank modules or already solved in your subject wise test. these topics, you can further notch up the speed a bit to around 1.5x. Right? I've seen these videos personally at 1.5x, and I find they're still very, very easy to grasp. These topics you've already studied. Now at a standard speed, using a standard speed of around 1.25x and accelerating to around 1.5x on repeated topics, or those topics that you find easy, that you're conversant with, you will be able to complete this 7-hour video in a time frame of around 4 to 5 hours. Now if you do the math, we were at around 19 hours previously, and then you take another 5 hours to watch these MCQ discussion videos. There you go, you have a time limit of 24 hours, 2 days of study as far as this subject of radiology is concerned, and I promise you at the end of this time you will be thorough with this particular subject. This is the best way to get the highest yield from this radiology subject in the shortest possible time, right? This approach of a 2-day challenge to radiology will give you a very comprehensive coverage of the subject of radiology. It will include one revision as well, because remember you have taken a gap of 1 week, 10 days in between, so that is going to reinforce your memory as you go ahead in your preparation, right? It is going to show you a lot of images, so you'll feel, if you see an exam in the image, you will not feel as if you're seeing it for the first time, because you've already seen a lot of conditions here. You've also solved a lot of MCQs, remember. So this is like an all-round strategy for preparation of radiology. Remember friends, given the pattern of exams that have been conducted this year, you always need to have that extra edge to your preparation as compared to your competitors as you go ahead. The exams that you're going to face are going to be tough, probably looking at what they have been this year. They're extremely competitive exams, cutthroat competition. You need to be prepared such that you have a significant advantage over your competitors. Remember, this 2-day challenge or 2-day approach to radiology will give you this much needed head start. Remember, as far as the conceptual and clinically integrated radiology related MCQs are concerned, multiple such questions have been discussed in the MCQ discussions as well, right? So this, using this second order thinking strategy, is going to help you, remember, not only in the preparation of radiology as a subject, but if you apply it in all the major decisions that you take in life ahead, remember, it is a very, very useful strategy, as you go towards your aim or your goal. A lot of extraordinary things in life, remember, are the result of second order thinking, but they have to be well planned and perfectly executed. Acting upon second order thinking approach takes lots and lots and lots of work, lots of hard work, a lot of efforts have to be put in. It is not easy to put in time with absolute dedication at such a critical time of your preparation, isn't it? Whatever context that we have discussed, whatever exams that have been conducted till date, and what exams you're looking up to in the remaining part of the year, from my side, I think it is 100% yes. Do try it once and let me know if this strategy has really helped you. Let me know if you've been able to complete this discussion in a much shorter time, or it actually took you a little bit of extra time to do it, right? Whether it helps you in solving MCQs related to your other subjects like surgery or ortho or obstetric gynecology, pediatrics, medicine, I'm sure it will help you solve MCQs not only with radiology but with your other clinical subjects as well. Let me also know if you want any particular topic specific videos to be put out for discussion. Remember, a few months back we told you that we all are here with you and we remain committed to our promise. At every point, the Marrow team is stretching itself. It is going out of its way to bring out new initiatives, new activities, new outreach programs, right? And we are going to reach out to you. We are going to do a very firm hand holding so that we can take you to that dream PG seat that you are wanting to achieve at this point in time. At this point, I wish you all the very best. Let us enjoy this approach to radiology and let us rock radiology. Thank you very much.